trying to make a video, like, and kind of proposed it to all of us, and I was like, yeah, I'm for sure going. And we all just went.
Oh, that's crazy. So you guys, but that was Shetler as well, too, right?
Yep, Shetler, Susky, me, and Seamus. And
you
then
guys rolled from company to company.
Yeah, 5-year-old Zoo. And then also with Susky, I was like on Volcom and America. I was like traveling with him like a lot.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Susky.
I know.
Dude.
Yeah, love that guy.
Dude. I never met him, but he definitely coined that trick. That's for sure.
Scott Johnson.
Scott Johnson.
Also, I've heard Kevin Taylor. So it was like on Zoo, there was like kind of like,
Oh, really?
You know, a little Susky Kevin Taylor.
Shane Jingwayan would call it the Shanny grind.
Of course he would.
Yeah.
So Susky and Kevin Taylor. There was a little battle between.
I mean, I don't know if it was a battle, but it was always just like, oh, you know, like Susky grind or
It
like,
could have been called the KT grind.
yeah, I'm sure people have felt that. You know?
Was Susky going around saying, "No, this is the Susky"? This was
I think Scott Johnson was the first to like
do it. Oh, really?
it was like a full one or something like that.
Yeah, but some people just take it and run with it, though.
Yeah.
You know. But I do remember Kevin Taylor doing it a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Susky had like the gnarliest ones, I want to say.
Yeah.
He was just really steezy too.
Yeah, definitely. That's true. There was that one he did off in Australia. It was like that double set ledge. It was like a manual pad. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, I know that one. Yeah.
It's
Well, because I was the first one to do the barley grind, but then Barley just took it and ran with it. You know, it's just one of those. I gave it to him. I'm like, you know what, Barley?
He's not gonna let that go.
He's not gonna. Hey, I would ride that out, baby.
Yeah.
So, Zoo York, you turned pro. Well, how old were you when you turned pro for Zoo?
I was like 19, 20.
Okay.
Yeah.
How did they turn you pro? Did they just give you a board, or did they surprise you?
Yeah, it was surprising.
What did they do?
There was like an ad, I think, I want to say Thrasher, and then we did like the State of Mind video, and I can't remember if it was like at the premiere. It wasn't like a huge like planned out surprise, but they just like showed me a board, and I was like, oh shit.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, that's amazing.
Yeah, no, it was great.
Yeah.
I was super hyped.
Did you guys film? What did you say? It's New York State of Mind?
Yeah, that was the state of mind.
Just State of Mind.
Yeah.
Right.
Isn't that the one that Eli skated to like taking care of business?
I think so. Yeah.
That was gnarly.
So, was RB filming at that point?
Yeah,
too?
yeah, he did the whole video. He's a great dude. Legend.
Legend.
Wait, were you going on those trips they were doing on like Fuel TV or whatever it was too?
No, I wasn't there.
What was that?
Skate maps.
Skate maps. That's
Something like
right.
Oh, that's right.
That was a team before you, I think, on New York.
Yeah. Yeah, I think there was like a little beef because it was like maybe the aesthetics dudes, like Rob Walsh. And, like,
Yeah.
I don't really know what happened with all that, but that dude Nadelia, I think, like kind of like pushed them out and like kind of brought us in there.
Okay.
So there was like a little bit of like tension, I think, when we first got on there, but I kind of just like, I was like, I don't know what's up with this.
Because you went through a lot of changes.
Yeah, that was like, they were known for that.
Yeah.
Right. So you got on right after the aesthetics guys left, pretty much.
Yeah, and I don't know if they left like willingly. You know, I don't know. I never really like
Yeah.
got into it because I was like, oh, this is like. I know like Zared was like a little bummed just because like those were his dudes. you know?
Yeah, for sure. Joey Pepper or all those.
Yeah, and they're all rippers. Like, you know,
Totally.
love those guys. But I didn't have anything to do with it, and I didn't know the situation. I was just like asked to come there, so I was,
Yeah.
I was just stoked to move back east.
Oh, how long did you live out here? You said like 6 months. Or
No, it was like 8 or 9 months.
8 or 9 months.
Yeah.
Yeah, you love the East Coast, man. You just came out with the part all
Yeah.
East Coast, all
Boston.
Yeah.
A couple tricks in New Hampshire. Went to Vermont. Cookie.
Yep.
Went to his hometown.
Okay. How was that?
It's good. Vermont's like-
amazing.
Yeah, he kills it. Yeah. And good vibes up there. It's
Yeah.
like kind of like hippie vibes and
Okay.
I don't know. Yeah, it was really cool.
Yeah, you don't really think about like taking a trip to Vermont to skate.
No, they actually have a really good park
do
now down on. They have like a big lake down there, and it's like right on the water, and
Sick.
it was built very well. It's good.
What, Cookie, Jordan Maxham, I think, came from there. A couple other dudes, right?
The Razos.
Rather
Damn.
How do you find these spots that you're skating, dude?
All the spots are the homie Tim Savage that I filmed with. He's like, that's his shit. Is just finding stuff.
Dude,
He loves it. He's got it all like mapped out, and
He did a 23 video or something?
yeah, he nails it. He's down like super motivated. He's got like a night job, so he'll like work from like 11 to like 2, and I'll meet up with him like 10, 11, and Nashville all day.
Really?
He's down every day.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sick.
And then what happened with Zoo? Did you left Zoo to go to Element?
Yeah, I mean, it was a mess by then. Like,
Yeah, it
everyone's
was.
falling apart. Like,
Right.
I think they had sold it and were just, whoever they sold it to was just like, what is this skate team? Why do we need this guy? They
Yeah.
started, like, kicking off Zared, Eli, and it really just, like, fell apart from there. And I was just like, fuck, this sucks.
It's just a
Yeah.
mess now.
Yeah, I don't even know if it's, like, a skateboard company anymore, but...
Oh, they maybe just strictly clothing or something.
Their Instagram, have you guys seen that?
It's terrible.
It's insane.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
What is it?
It's just like
posting random crap.
It looks like some person that has no idea about like skateboarding is like posting something.
Yeah, they don't know the history of the brand.
Yeah.
It sucks, man. Because New York used to be so. I mean, it was the
Yeah, it went
East
through,
Coast
went
company.
through its periods and
Yeah.
had, like, a lot of good dudes.
And it just sucks when companies sell. You know, same thing would happen to audio. You know, just sell and then this and then they sold again and then
A lot of companies, man. Alien.
yeah.
At least Alien's kind of back on track.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Play control and stuff is pretty rad.
So how did the Element thing come into play?
Donnie Barley works for him. So
Yeah.
he lives like an hour from me. And then also the old team manager, Cole Matthews. I knew
yeah,
him.
Cole, yeah.
Yeah, when I actually stayed out here, before like Seamus and Shetler kind of like got their place, we were staying with DeVille.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's from New Jersey. We went on trips with him back 5 of our days and stuff. And then he moved out. He lived with Cole, and those guys were staying with him. And I just came out here. I was still riding for Fibro, but it was like wintertime or something. So they were like, "Yeah, come on out. Like, come skate with us." And stayed at Cole's, met Cole. So I knew him back then. And then I don't know. Cole just hit me up.
Just out of the blue.
Yeah.
Well, you knew New York was probably.
Yeah, I think they were just like trying to start to work on the Peace video like a while ago, and they were just like, I think they just kind of was talking like, yeah, we want someone else, and I guess my name came up, and Donnie knew me, so I kind of like
Wow.
it just like worked out.
How'd you meet Donnie Barley? Same zone or?
Yeah, they used to have Skaters Island.
You lived Zoo? Yeah.
But there was this park in Rhode Island, Skaters Island. It's in Tony Hawk King.
Yeah.
Yeah, he would skate there. I think I met him there. It wasn't really like I don't really exactly have like a cool story about like meeting him. I think I've just like, seen him around, and then he kind of was just always on the East
He's the
Coast,
best
and-
dude.
Yeah,
So rad. I mean, when he moved out here, it was like, whoa, Donnie Barley is living
Yeah.
in Santa Monica. This is insane.
yeah.
But your skating is very similar
Yeah.
to Donnie Barley. Was he a big influence on you, or were you just kind of going with what you do and it just
Yeah,
kind
it
of
was
matched?
I think mainly like the way I like went about skating was really off of like Steve Rodriguez. Like when I was real small, I would go out to New York and we'd just like push around the city, and I was like, I'm like a little kid, and he's like full grown dude just like mashing. I'm like, fuck, dude, I gotta keep up with this guy. Yeah, it was terrifying back then. I don't even think I had a cell phone. I didn't have fucking maps, so I was like, can't lose this guy, and he's like hauling through like cars and stuff, so I really had to like keep up. And then he would take me to spots and be like, he kind of like really would like almost like diagnose my skating and be like, I think you can ollie this. And I'm like, oh, all right, yeah, like I'll just try. And he would do that a lot, and then that kind of like, I really would listen to him and looked up to him, and so I think that kind of like, he always told me too, like, you don't have to like, necessarily like kill yourself down a gap. He like opened my eyes to like a different way of skating, I think.
What do you mean not kill yourself down the gap? Like what was
he would say like, he kind of like was the one that kind of like brought it to my attention that like I could possibly like ollie certain things. Sure. So he was like, you could use that, you should use that. You don't have to like go, because I was just a little kid like skating the rail and like jumping downstairs and stuff, and he's just like, like you can skate this other way as well, and like maybe last longer or something. I was this kid who was like, didn't really think of it, but then like as time went on, like
it sinks in.
I'm like, oh yeah, like I really don't want to jump down this fucking stairs right now. Like, like try to like
Jump up them.
yeah, something like that.
But Donnie Barley, did you skate with Donnie Barley a lot? Or?
Not really back then. When I got on Zoo, I was skating. You were skating with him a lot.
Okay.
But yeah, I would see Donnie around, and he kind of like always looked out for me. I think like with the Vulcan guys, he like put a good word in there, and then. But that was also Steve too. Steve had like a lot of ties. Like he hooked me up with like had Etnies Flow.
Oh yeah.
This dude Craig Metzger out there. he hooked it up, and then got me flow for vocal, and I just started like going on trips with.
And what point in time did you get on America?
I don't remember exactly the year, but like when I quit, I had rode for them for like around 12 years.
Wow.
12 years. So was this Zoo York days? Was this Fireborough? When did you? Birdhouse.
Yeah, because I had came out here, and I went on I think like a few trips. The America guys like Tampa trips.
Okay.
And then Jeff Henderson was the team manager for America, and he was like, yeah, if you get a photo, like we'll give you an ad. So I kickflip wall ride in San Diego.
Okay.
Kickflip frontside wall ride. I think Corey Duffel skated the rail up top. Like somebody like flew up and like went under the bridge. I don't know.
Oh yeah, because I was fun.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah, so I was like, my first ad. I think that was like when I was actually, I guess, on.
You got on.
Back then, I think it was just like if you get an ad, you're like kind of on the team or something.
And you said 12 years?
Yeah, it was about 12 years because I just go off of like, that's what like, mine was like, dude, I've known you for like 12 years, and that's right.
It must be rad though. You were working with Minor on that Americas, and then going over to Element and working with Minor on the piece.
Yeah,
video.
definitely.
It's really sick.
Yeah, I love mine.
It's great, dude. I don't really. The only time first time I met Minor was at the piece premiere.
Oh, yeah.
Can you believe that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Mine kind of, he kind of like,
He's in the shadows.
He's in the shot, right? Seems like a great guy, though. Yeah. Everybody has nothing but great things to say about that guy. Never heard one
oh yeah,
bad thing.
that's what he does.
Yeah.
I don't understand how he films you in San Francisco, dude. Like,
Yeah, that was all like his,
Minor professional as well.
Yeah.
That's true.
yeah, and he was pro.
Yeah. Okay.
I believe.
Who's he pro? What?
Yeah,
Adrenaline, right?
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, so he rips. So he's a good skater.
Right. What the hell happened with Etnies? I'm sorry. What the hell happened with America?
I think they're just like going through changes. Jeff Henderson quit, and then it's
12 years.
yeah,
a
and
long
then
time.
also like Minor was quitting too, and I was just like, oh man, it's like there's a lot of change going on. I've been with him for so long.
And you've had shoes with them, right?
Yeah,
It's not bad.
Yeah,
How many
it's
shoes?
3.
Don't buy your Cranberry Farm.
Yeah. yeah. Down payment on
On the East
7
Coast, you
acres.
can buy a lot compared to here. Like out here,
You ain't getting that.
No cranberry farm.
everything's more expensive out here. Gas, food.
You ain't even getting a garden for that much.
You get a craftsman in Long Beach.
So things just weren't going the way that you kind of felt over there, and you just wanted to change the scenery.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Kinda, yep. And then I like knew Levi. And
So the New Balance came into play.
Yeah.
Did you go straight from America to New Balance, or did you just kind of take a little bit of time off?
I went straight over there.
Straight over there?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'd talked to them, went to skate camp, hung out with them. and
Okay.
I just liked what they were doing, and
Yeah.
I was ready for a change.
Damn.
Are you the first dude to have a pro model on New Balance?
Arto and PJ.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Third guy.
Look at that. I stoked, yeah.
And we got to shoot right back. Pull one of those down, Rod. Will you real quick?
That white one is fucking
Yeah,
awesome.
I'm really hyped on that colorway. They had another shoe, the 288, that was that colorway, and I started skating it, and never really skated like that cream color before, and I like the way it looked like when you look down in the footage.
It looks like a great. You see that?
And then I always like I like that style of shoe as well, just like a little bit more like tech and
Yeah, you always had cup sole shoes, huh? Yeah.
913. Is that any significance?
it's my wife's birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah, they asked me to pick a number in the 900s, and I was like, perfect. I go with my wife's birthday because
What number would I pick? I would probably pick. Why the 900? Why?
I don't know why they asked me that. They just was like, yeah, trying to get a number in the 900s, and I was like,
Oh. What's the area code out there in your town?
508.
Did you try pitching that to him? No.
They told me 900, so
I know, but-
I was like already.
Sometimes you gotta negotiate.
Yeah, I just didn't feel like that was like I needed to negotiate.
Okay. Okay. 913. So you're married?
Yep.
Oh, how long?
4 years. Yeah, we've been together like 10.
10 years?
Yeah.
Wow.
Just
Some high
went to
school sweetheart
Yeah, I
shit?
went to high school with her.
Nice.
Started dating like after high school.
Okay.
Yeah, got a kid, 2-year-old, 2.5.
Oh, no.
2.5-year-old?
Yeah.
Boy or girl?
Girl, and then I have another one on the way.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Congratulations.
Thanks. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Wow. How many months along are we?
I go on like how many months we have left.
Okay.
Yeah, we have like 11 weeks left.
11
March
Coming up soon.
March 26th is the due date. Yeah.
Whoa. Congratulations.
Thank
bro.
you. Yeah, it's fun. It's definitely an experience, life
Dude.
changing. Yeah, I love it. You know.
I mean, plus you got a legacy now, man. They could take over the cranberry farm.
Yeah.
Expand. Yeah. It's amazing. 913.
What
Still
about
trying to think.
999? 9 Club collab, dude.
What about just 9? I don't know.
I don't think
I
I
would have
have
to
like
think
any
about it.
single digits. Yeah.
I know.
It's like
It's kind of New Balance's thing.
Did you design? So you designed the whole soul to it as well, like everything. Like
yeah.
it's all whole-
So I worked on like they have a really good shoe designer. He skates. He knows.
Jeff Mike.
Jeff Mike,
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
Great
He knows
dude.
what's up.
Great
And
dude.
he just asked me a bunch of questions. So I kind of told him like, this is what I like about a shoe.
Mm-hmm.
Came up with like 2 different drawings, and then there was like one of like more of a like old school look, and then more of this look where it was like a little bit more tech and
Yeah.
I like it.
Yep. And then he wanted to experiment. He was like, yeah, I think we should just like try out some stuff. So this is like it's called like TPU. It's,
TPU, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a type of plastic.
It's rubber.
Oh, it's rubber. Okay.
Yeah. So he's like, I'm not sure how this is gonna work out. So we had a lot of time. We had, I think, like maybe a year and a half or so.
The protective laces right there.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, and it's good.
Resets
It
down.
keeps it doesn't stretch out. So that was like always a problem I had. I felt like suede would blow out. So I try to keep it really tight, and it's really tight on the foot. And then like as you skate it, it loosens to a point where it's like perfect. You know, at first it's. Some people are like, oh, it's pretty tight, but like, you know, as
It loosens up a little bit. Yeah,
Yeah.
it stretches out. But are you giving, when you're designing a shoe, are you giving them like photos of stuff you like? Like, hey, I like this about this shoe or this shoe. Like,
I'm more just
how are you
told them
telling
like, this is like, I'm like a little bit picky about like the toe, so I don't like when you have like too much toe and the laces are up high, like,
yeah.
and a little narrow for like kick flips.
a pointy toe maybe
Yeah.
a little bit? Yeah.
So I kind of like went that route where I was just like describing stuff, and
But
then
then he sends you a photo, like a drawing of that?
he drew
like,
like
how does it?
2 different drawings,
Okay.
and then that was like pretty close to kind of like, and I was like, dude, this is sick. I like this. This is what I like.
Oh.
And
Almost first try, second,
kind of
2 tries maybe.
And then like I had like a year to kind of sample it, so it was like we made changes with like more like, you know, the TPU was like a little too hard, so we softened that a little bit. And then I had to change like this. I'm not exactly sure like what this is called, but it's like emboss or
like an
imprint or
Yeah, to give some sort of braiding.
so it kind of like brought it up a little higher because it was like rubbing on my toe a little bit. And yeah, the sole is actually my favorite part because it's got this end to, it's like just like a foam cushion, so it's good for your heel. And then I like you know, when you're pushing, I like to have the like splits in there. And
Sure.
yeah, the sole is like by far like the best sole I think I've ever skated.
Wow.
It's hard to nail against cup toe.
Yeah.
This is a great looking shoe. Great looking shoe.
Thank you.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so how quickly from a drawing or a change in something do you get a sample back?
I don't know, maybe like 4 months. Like,
4 months.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not exactly sure how long
Yeah.
it was, but got a couple samples. They were like a little too big, and then there was also like a lot more like material up here, so he brought the material down. Because I'm like just really picky with like how, you know, it starts bending funny and like bagging up, so we brought that down like real tight. And
Are you looking at like other New Balance shoes to like for inspiration, like old, like some what are they 574s or?
I went off like they have the 288 and I was skating that, so that's like what this was like built off of, like the same like shape and
Yeah. Do you ever get to go to like the headquarters and like go to like a flagship store and just kind of rate it?
Yeah, the headquarters are in Boston.
in Boston.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it's massive. It's
Do you get to go get some free shit there?
yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Damn.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and actually, it was great when I started riding for New Balance. I got to have the opportunity of like getting whatever shoe, like runners and stuff, and I had never worn any other shoes other than skate shoes, and I was like, damn, this is like, I wish I had. You know?
You never wore chillers?
Nah.
No?
I'm not really someone that like
They make
buys,
me comfortable.
you know, shoes or like I'm not gonna like
No,
buy
but-
clothes or any of that shit.
So
I'm just
bad
like,
for your feet, though.
yeah, I know that
Yeah, I think
now.
growing up skating, like you're just walking on cardboard.
Never really thought of it.
Well, I said growing up. All the old shoes, just cardboard. Yeah, cardboard and rubber.
Yeah, and I mean at home I wear boots. It's like I'm looking like a sandbox more or less.
Are you driving to the store in boots, or are you just in the farm?
Yeah, whatever. Those muck boots, because it's wet out there a lot, and it's like
snow, and then
yeah, you need some warm shoes. Like
When you're delivering cranberries, do people like know that you're like a skateboarder, like a pro skateboarder?
yeah, it's a small town, so like a lot of them know now. Like the handlers that I like sell to, you know, I went in and like talked to them and.
Like, oh, sick video part, dude. Thanks for the cranberries.
Nah, they don't do that, but they're always like wondering what exactly that is, but they know like, yeah, I'm a skateboarder.
Pro model shoe on New Balance. I'm like, who is this dude?
Yeah. What's an average pull of cranberry? Like, what's an average weight you go there with?
So like when you dry pick, you don't necessarily get all the berries, just because they can fall down and
Sure.
you don't end up getting them all, but anywhere between 65,000 and this year I had like around
Pounds?
yeah, this year, and that's like the dry pick, and that's all just like carried.
You're carrying 65,000 pounds.
They're like 20, 25 pound bags.
How's your
And
back?
they add up. You
Bro.
lift your legs.
I
You learn real quick how to carry, like how to do that stuff.
65,000.
Yeah, that's
What's
like
a ton?
That's like a ton.
He's got
2,000
help.
pounds.
2,000 pounds.
Picking.
Yeah,
A ton is 2,000 pounds.
I think so, right?
Yeah.
This is too much math. I can't. I don't know how
But
many
this
pounds
this
you're
year was
moving.
like my best year. I had like 80,000 pounds.
80,000 pounds.
Yeah.
How many tons is that?
40,000.
40,000 tons?
Is that right? No.
I don't know.
I don't know
I
either.
just go off of the pound. They go off of a barrel, and a barrel is 100 pounds. So
Okay.
but you get all weighed out, so it's like I got the average weight, and then they also sort through it, and you know you get paid on like what they use, so it's like raw and all that gets sorted out. So you're not like
You may have premature cranberry, or just underdeveloped,
yellow,
or
not ripe.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
they
yeah.
pop all those out. They have like color sorting machine, and then
you got to trust them.
yeah.
It's 40. I'm sorry, 40 tons. Sorry.
40 tons.
Yeah, I was way off.
40,000 tons.
I divided by 2, but I didn't forget about the other 3 zeros.
And my picking machines are just old and they suck. I actually helped the company that my dad works for, and they do it. They're bigger. They tried to dry pick like 100 acres this year. It was like really shitty with the weather. It's got to be completely dry, and it rained a lot. And they have like a buggy that drops all these bins out there, and then a helicopter flies it off. So they're not really caring.
Hey, one day you'll get there, bro.
Did you build a helicopter? Jeez, dude.
Could you imagine helicopters flying?
Yeah, it's crazy like out there. Well, it goes, so there's like
Veronica
each
wins.
bin is roughly 300 pounds, and they carry 3 bins. So it's okay. But it's crazy out there, you know, like you're picking and there's a helicopter over there like blowing all your bags off, and
No way.
it's like when I picked my own cranberries and then like went and like helped them out, it's like they got a lot of people out there. Yeah, we carry a lot, and we, you know, I put it on the trailer, take it off, and then I carry it up, put it in we do a lot of carrying.
Heavy lifting.
At my house, yeah. There's a lot of carrying.
I mean, how many trips back and forth are you moving 40 tons of cranberries? You must be driving back and forth.
Yeah, haul it all. I try to haul it, so I'll like pick as much as I can during the day, and I'll like throw tarps over it for the night, and then like I'll load a truck up, tarp it, keep it dry, and then in the morning you have to wait for the morning dew to dry up. So it's usually can't even start till like 9:30, 10 o'clock. So wake up at 7, drive in as much as I can, and then when I have like. And like when I have people, this year I had the most help that I have, and it's 7 people total. Wow. So it worked out good when I had 7 people because I have 5 machines. So 5 machines would run, 2 people could carry, and we really like cleared like a lot of land that way. But a couple years ago, I had like a lot of times it was like me and one other guy.
Just one did. Oh my god.
So 2 guys, 3 guys. Some days you get, you know, because it's a lot, everyone out there works. You know? So it's like, I don't know, it's hard to find like consistent help. You know, and it's seasonal, so it's, you know, I can't like, I'm not employing anybody. You know, so it's just kind of like, hey, are you free today? You know, and I pay a little bit.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I had to. The first like 2 years, I kind of like had homies help, and I was like, damn, this is a lot to ask.
Yeah.
You know?
Another one
But I was like
bites
getting
the dust.
started, and it took a lot to kind of.
And what are homies there for? You know what I mean?
Yeah, and they all were like, "Oh, this is cool experience," you know, for like
Never do it again, though.
half the day. Yeah, exactly.
Roger, do you, if I had a cranberry farm, would you help me for free?
I'd help it.
Yeah. Thank you.
We should go help him out sometime, dude.
You guys are more than welcome.
I'll tell you. Would you?
Yeah, absolutely. It's not like hard work. It's carrying the bags is what sucks, but like running the machines and stuff, pretty self-sure.
I could run the machine.
Well, I'm not. My wife helped out like the first 2 years. She was like the best help that I had.
She's getting.
Yeah, she was crushing it.
I mean, I'm stronger than I look. So
Yeah.
We're doing those pull-ups.
carry a
Chris?
couple. I can carry a couple bags. You know.
I had Gamerman. Gamerman.
He came and helped?
Yeah, and Russell Nugans did colorway, cranberry colorway, and they made a little video. And those guys flew in red eye, got to my house around like 8. And this year I was struggling just because of the weather. It was a total nightmare dealing with it. It was the worst weather that I've had. This is my 5th year. It was the worst weather. And not a lot of people got their dry harvesting because of the weather. So I was just like really in like trying to like film this little thing, but not get jammed up because I had
You had a lot of work to
I had
do.
a lot of work, and those guys like Gaberman came and helped when Element came. So he had already known and filmed a couple things, and I just put him on the machine.
You put him to work.
Yeah, I carried all the bags. I wasn't gonna make him carry the bags. Like that day, I had like 2 other guys there, so it was 4 machines, and I just carried bags all day.
Just back and forth.
Yeah, I mean, I got that little golf cart with a trailer, so I'll go, put it on the trailer, and then drop the trailer to the side, and then I have all these wooden planks that I milled up, and I walk over the ditch and put them in a bag, and then I have a tractor, forks.
I love the cranberry talk, man.
Yeah, no, I got people going.
I know. I love it though, because it's interesting. You
Yeah,
never really hear about.
there's like a lot of stuff that like if my dad wasn't doing it and I just decided to get into this, it would be like a total like you need to know you need to know stuff.
Gotcha.
Has anything like really horrible happened to like any cranberries? If you lost a bunch for some reason?
No, I've been pretty good. I mean, yeah, my dad's like got it down. He's been doing it forever. And like
Veronica
he
wins
used to
again.
work across the street, and it was he worked on 200 acres. I have 7.5, so it was like
Piece of cake.
walk in the park.
Walk in the park,
He,
yeah.
the company that he worked for is the largest cranberry growers in the world. They had 2,000 acres. So.
Seriously?
Yeah, when he would that picking time though, like when he's picking, like I don't see him. He's out there. And then you get into it's crazy. Like I don't know. It was cool to kind of like get into that to kind of see like what he's been doing for all these years.
Sure.
And like you get a lot of respect because he's like
There you go.
picking time. He's picking all day, and then you get into fall frost, so like it'll get cold, and you run the irrigation to prevent the berries from getting frosted and turn to mush. So it's like he could be picking all day, come home for like 2 hours, and then get called out at like 7 to frost all night long, and then pick again. Like when it's picking time, you're just like it's crazy. Like I was thinking about it, and I was like, damn, it's like being on a trip, you know, like you're just like out there, and you don't really have any life, you know. But it's 2.5 months or something, so. And then it gets into winter time, and it's like real dead unless you're like salmon.
Dude, who would have thought cranberries?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it's a lot of work.
Yeah, the cool thing about cranberries too, it's not like a big enough crop to really have like corn and shit. They have like you can go to John Deere and buy like this shit. All of the cranberry stuff is like fabricated from the growers. So
Seriously?
they come up with it, or they go to like a fabricator to get all their equipment made, and it's all like homemade shit.
Is it cranberries only grown on the East Coast?
Wisconsin, actually, I think they grow more. They have less, but they have like newer vines, so it's like hybrid vines, so they can produce more off of what they have, and it's all like more. This is just what I've heard. State of the art. Canada has have a lot of water, cold climate. They require a certain amount of dormancy. So
How do you balance doing the cranberry stuff and skateboarding? Like, is there like a super routine?
a lot of the cranberry stuff's like my farm's like not that big, so I kind of like, and I've gotten to the point where like I got a tractor and like, I used to weed whack all the way around it for like 3 years, and then like I got the tractor and I got a mower for that. So I'm like kind of like getting to the point where it's like, all right, like less time being put into it. But a lot of it too is like you just wake up early. You're like out there early, and then like no one skates early. And people like skating like noon or some shit, So it's like whatever, just handle some shit in the morning and then drive into the city and do whatever.
So you do all that like literally the same day? There's not like seasons.
Sometimes I do.
Like, all right, I can't skate this month. I gotta like do the cranberry stuff.
Picking time's like the only time that I really have to like. I'm like, all right, I have to be home to like get this in because I like haul it all, pick it all, and like, keep track of like everything. And you have to do the dry harvest. Like good agricultural practices. So you have to fill out forms and make sure you have like a porta potty, hand wash, and like there's all that. And yeah, driving the truck, I can't just like send it home in this truck.
Sure.
With, like all my berries down there. It's like, you know, it's a good sized truck. Can't like, I'm not gonna have someone like drive my tractor and like load it up.
Yeah,
I think, you know, it's like, and then yeah, my dad's gone, so it's kind of like it's the only time that I really like kind of be like, hey, I gotta.
Yeah.
So that was really.
You wouldn't let Raj drive cranberries down to the.
I mean, Raj would be a good. You could.
He'd be a good
Yeah.
deckhand.
Yeah, for
I don't know what they're
sure.
called.
You can call that, yeah.
Cranberry Apprentice.
All right. Well, let's go back to skateboarding. Talked about cranberries for a long time. You could ollie pretty high. Pretty damn high.
I say pretty fast too.
Pretty fast. How'd you get so much pop? It's always jumping
Lifting
over
cranberries.
I know. Lifting with the legs.
Yeah, that does help. After
Does
like
that.
picking time, you're tired, but you definitely like feel your upper half feels like lighter. Like I don't know, your legs feel stronger for sure. But yeah, I always just like to like try to like ollie garbage cans and stuff like that.
Okay,
And,
yeah.
like back to like Steve Rodriguez like bringing me around the city, like oh yeah, Ollie's bar, and like it just kind of like developed, and then it was always like a lot of like minor. Like I always like kind of had someone like kind of like oh you can do this, and it was like yeah back to like the SF stuff. Like that was all like minors. Like we got to get these lines and. Think you can ollie this. And,
Did you ever look at him like you're nuts? Like
Just like I.
like or did you be like, oh, I could do that?
I'll just be like, I'll try, and then see what happens, and then just get into it. And he's like, always been like real supportive, and he's just right there next to you. And,
It's always nice to have a dude like Miner also, who's like actually working on a video and giving you suggestions on how he wants a video to look, and he thinks that this would go good. It kind of helps you.
definitely, yeah. He's been doing it forever, and I kind of like I've always trusted him, and we've been working together forever, and I kind of just I let him like he always gets like a timeline together, so we'll start out like filming, and then it's like we need a line, we need you got like a lot of 180s or ollies, and because I end up doing a lot of this. I like to ollie and that same old shit, so I end up like
You get stuck with the same footage almost.
yeah, and then I kind of just like, well, if we end up at a spot to ollie, like I'm just gonna ollie it, and then it's up to like the filmer to kind of like if he wants to use it or not.
Sure.
I kind of just stay out of that.
But it's nice though, because sometimes the skater doesn't listen to the filmer, Raj? Like the filmer's like, hey, do this, and the skater's like, no, I think I can.
Yeah, I mean, definitely have had
good
like
to listen to
times to like argue, but
yeah,
I just know like he knows what he's talking about. I like to like work on projects like that, so it's like I think it's good to work together and
absolutely.
listen.
I mean, look at the final product. It's incredible.
Did you ever sing your songs?
I've never picked any of my songs.
Really?
I stay out of that too. I always feel like it's like the guy filming's like he's got like the vision, he like knows how to edit it, and yeah, I just let him. I just like to skate.
Did you know those two songs were used before?
Yeah, Miner gave me the history on all that. Yeah.
What would they use? What was it, Raj?
It was in a live video and then like some Matrix video.
Oh, the live video?
Yeah, but they're both like Operation Happy songs.
Oh.
Yeah,
It worked fucking great.
I kicked with that fence where it was like Donger. He was like, Miner was like really stoked on that. And he's like, dude, you gotta skate like him, and like, so that was like a whole like mission to go skate that fence. And, like, kind of like tribute.
Oh,
type
we'll
thing.
pay homage to the.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Dude, when that song came on, I was psyched.
Thank you.
But I was just imagining skateboarding, just people in skateboarding, just be like, how can you use that song? Blah, blah, blah. Like,
Yeah.
I was wondering if you might have had a problem with that or.
No, and I think Miner said he actually had talked to the guy who like made that video and brought it up to him, and he's, they like worked it out, and
It's
he said
amazing.
it was good, and
That's a rad that he went and talked to the guy. Like
he wasn't gonna just like
that's incredible.
Yeah.
more or less like ask for permission.
I love
what
it.
he was doing. And,
Yeah, I couldn't after he saw the foot. Or did you show him the video yet? Did he?
no, I think he just kind of explained the vision, and then like we went to that school.
Yeah.
And Miner was like, dude, I've always wanted Ben to go here. He was like going through some like.
probably watched the live video a million times back in the day.
That's amazing. That's cool.
Did you say you got on Element right before the Peace video started to film?
Well, for now I've been on for like 3.5 years. So originally they were like, yeah, we're working on a video, and it was like,
So they were already into it a couple years.
Yeah, they were
filming for it.
yep. And then the guy filming, Mark Stewart, he actually quit.
Yeah.
and moved back home.
Did you kind of bring over Minor? Was that like since you were there already? We was kind of like, I know this guy to work.
Yeah, and like Cole, I think had the like master plan. Like, we, you know,
Too, right?
give him in. Yeah, so there was like
Like minor, like
yeah.
yeah.
two pieces in a pod.
Yeah, and when I had gotten on Element, I had like a little welcome clip, maybe like a minute, and they were like, yeah, we want you to feel comfortable, like, you know, we like hired Minor to kind of like, you know, go skating with you for whatever, like 10 days or something, or 2 weeks or something, and we made a little welcome video, so he was kind of like, you know, always down to like
Who else
be in the
wants
band.
some?
Or,
And then so you pretty much you filmed the video part in what 3.5 years? The Element video piece.
That one like took a while, and it was kind of like, yeah, like I said, like he had quit, so there was like some like not really downtime, but like a little bit of confusion.
Sure, I can imagine.
Yeah. So I think it like dragged out a little bit longer than they anticipated. And
Great part, by the way.
thank you.
Yeah.
I think Minor killed the whole video for coming into like a project that was
yeah?
like left pretty up in the air. So he was pretty stressed out for the whole thing. And there was like a lot of dudes, so it was like, you know, trips were like a lot. I mean, all those dudes kill it.
Yeah.
So it was like, yeah, he's like struggling to try to like sort out footage and keep it like watchable. You know, it's like
Totally. It's like a 60-minute video.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
pretty long nowadays.
large compared to the modern day Plan B video.
did, yeah.
Still stand behind it.
Yeah, man. I love it.
What's crazy, you had that part and then you dropped the New Balance part.
That's right.
That's like a lot of work right there. Were you kind of struggling back and forth in that? And Cranberries?
No, I like finished. So Minor got in there, and then I was working with him for a little bit, and then between like December to June, I like just kept coming out here and staying at his house, and we kind of like dialed in like a lot of stuff. Mm-hmm. And then he just had like one last trick that he wanted to get. He thrown me into that bump, and I don't even know where it is. That I back 3'd like the street gap.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like the last thing.
How big is that thing, bro?
It's pretty big, yeah. Actually,
When you couldn't push into it.
maybe you could. I don't know about like trying to like actual trick over it.
Winded.
I know. I'm just we're looking at Brandon Westgate.
If you're ollie in it, I'm sure you can push into it. But like trying to trick, yeah, you're gonna
You're gonna be tough.
Yeah.
I mean, what are we talking about? How many tries did that take you?
So I went there, tried it for like a couple hours, and I just couldn't get it. And then
Easy peasy.
went home, and then mine was like, dude, we gotta get this. You gotta fly back out. You gotta get this. I'm like, all right, yeah, whatever. He lined up Heath again.
Okay.
We had went there, and before we started skating, this lady comes out like, I'm the superintendent. There was all these people. Like the first time I had skated, it was just like empty hours, like bailing. And
San
then,
Dimas time, right?
what's that?
I think it's San Dimas.
Yeah, I don't even know.
Veronica wins again.
Yeah, so there was like a lady that kind of kicked us out, and she walked off. She's like, all right, yeah, fuck it, we gotta start skating, and she's just like kind of, you know, yelling at Minor, and he's getting a little stressed out, and I'm like, fuck, I think I got this time, you know, I'm coming close.
Right.
And she's like yelling at Minor, and Minor's just like, fuck, dude, like, we gotta go, you know, like trying to tell her to like stand back and let the cops do their job. But he was like really stressing. It was weird because he's never like, I've never been in a situation where he was like kind of like panicking, and I'm just like, what the fuck? So I didn't really know at the time. I was like, yeah, whatever, like I got this, you know.
The cops weren't there though.
Not yet.
They were called.
But she was like on the phone with him and like standing off to the side.
Okay.
And landed on one. It was sketchy, and I was like, I got one more. Bailed it, and then the next one, I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna keep going. Like,
Yeah.
I went again and then made it, and Minor he was up on a trash can and he bolted. Like, luckily he ran
off.
Yeah, dude, I never seen him run so fast in my life. Yeah, and he's got like hip problems and shit at the time.
God.
And dude just bolted. But before that, we were parked in the front, and he just randomly was like, I think I'm gonna park in the back. And this was before the lady was even talking or anything. And so yeah, I made it, and he bolted off, and then. There was another dude, Ryan, up on the basketball
Did I
hoop, and
do
he was all like
right?
celebrating. I'm like, come on, like I seen Minor like taking off, and I'm like, yeah, like let's go, you know. And Mason Silva was there, and Minor had him take his bag beforehand, so he just like bolted with his camera, got him down from Ryan down from the basketball hoop, and he's like all celebrating and shit, and I'm like, come on, you know, like running back, and then I was like, dude, I was gonna leave you guys. Like, we luckily met up at the van, and he, once I landed, like, took his bike and just drove off and parked it and like started walking around or something, and then Mason was in the front parking lot, and he was just like, yeah, dude, the cops, like, we could hear the sirens and stuff. They was like,
Oh, Jesus.
yeah, they were like
Was it
making
code 3?
I don't know, yeah, like I could hear the cops and stuff, and then like, yeah, we just were luckily in the back and we got out of there. And
So did
it was, like-
Mason did the cops come?
No, he was just sitting in his car, so they didn't know. You know, he had already like, yeah, I'm gonna get out of here. I'm not skating it. You know, so mine was like, here, take my bag, and he was like, yeah, like he like parked his bike and then like walked into the front, and he said like as soon as he like walked in there was like cops like flying in, and he just got out the back and. But I was like, Meyer, what the fuck, dude? Like,
I know you did.
Like, what were you doing?
Probably got one for his arrest.
I know. Seriously.
Yeah.
Wanted.
He was like, dude, I'm like, you know, like talking to this lady, and I'm like, she's like talking directly to me, and I'm in a school, and like, end of the video, I don't need to deal with this shit, and I'm just like, what the fuck, dude? You like talked me into flying all the way back here, and you're like, bailing? Yeah, what the hell? And he's always been the guy to like, you know, sometimes like a lot of those SF spots, it's like the houses, they kicking you out, and dude, he would like, we'd be staked out and like waiting for people to like leave their house. And he was like always like that, so it was really weird to like see him just like panicking.
Huh. Maybe he just got frazzled, maybe, and just...
A little frazzled.
Wow. Cops code 3. Yeah. For a back 3.
Yeah, it seemed a little extreme, but I don't know. She was like on phone screaming, I'm the superintendent, and like these people are like,
And plus you got the motorcycle.
Veronica wins again.
yeah,
Right?
yeah, I guess so.
The gates are open, though. You don't have to throw the motorcycle into the fence.
No, I think the gates were closed, but I think he just like drove up the stairs or like up he drove up like a dirt hill and then up and like down. I don't know, he got in there somehow. And then
They've had cars in there before, too, right? Yeah.
and then he got out. There's like baseball fields in the back, and I think he just like bolted across that and snaked it out. I don't know.
How is it Heath Kirchard?
Legend.
How is it having him pull you into this spot?
Yeah.
I mean, are you tripping? Like holding... Like,
No, I've known Heath for a while.
Team manager for a while.
Yeah.
Still, it's Heath Kirchard, bro.
Yeah, I like went through this whole thing with him like a long time ago. We like were on this wall ride trip, and we like it was like everyone kind of destroying this hotel, but you know Heath was like kind of encouraging it, and then, like and I was like fucking some shit up, and then we like
Ran to the gate.
kind of like got kicked out of the hotel. Like cops came, like we had to park our bikes, and like it was this weird like. Everyone else was like kind of bummed, and then like I was on the side of Heath, and it was like a good like bonding experience.
Okay.
I think so. I like after that, like it was like I don't know. I feel like I had a good connection with Heath. So,
Sure.
and he's skated with him a bunch and team manager. So it's amazing. I always felt comfortable with Heath, and definitely like it gives you a lot of motivation. You know,
Sure.
Heath fucking towing you in. He just looks cool on his bike, and
You gotta do it when he's telling you.
I need
A lot of pressure there.
I need Heath to tow me into a manual pad.
That'd be a sight.
The scene opens up. It's just me being towed in.
A little bit of
Heath
gas.
Kirchard. And then I let go and I kickflip me.
You're going like half a mile an hour.
Yeah, exactly.
Did you grow up watching any skate videos that you like fully got you into skating or anything, or any pros that you were psyched on?
it was like more later. I think video I had was like the Maple video. That was like
Black Cat.
Yeah, Black Cat.
Oh.
So that was like the VHS that we had and kind of just watched, and then 401s a little bit, and then but I don't know. It was not really like nowadays. You can't just like go on your phone and like watch a bunch of shit. So and I lived in a small town. It was pretty like more like if you had money, you're like trying to buy a board versus like a video.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah. And then like as I like started like riding for Fibro and like skating with Susky and like Emmett and like, all those guys, like it was like I just always looked up to them. Like,
What size board do you ride?
8. I stepped it up like 2 years. 2 years ago, I rode 775.
You were as a... Why'd you switch to an 8? 775. It's a great...
That's still
great.
small these days. 8's like a pretty small
What do I
board.
run?
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, I think, I don't know, I was like feeling older and I was like, everyone's like stepping up their board. Like, I'm gonna try it out. And then,
You liked it?
yeah, for some things, I think I'm just like, I like got past the trial period and I'm just used to it now. So, but-
Did you have to step up your trucks too? Like, did you have wide
yeah,
ones?
so that was a little weird, and then but I kept the wheelbase the same as my 775. So that's where like when I went to the 8, it was like a longer wheelbase, and it like fucked with me a lot. So I just had Element. Like I just asked them, and they just made the wheelbase smaller. So now I have like a shape that
Oh,
I just tried.
interesting.
Is it in production too, or is it just your own shape?
Maybe in production. Yeah, I think they were selling it for a little bit. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I always hear people like having their own shape, but it never makes production. It's just for them.
I didn't really change anything else, so it was. And to me, like, that wheelbase makes sense for me. So, and you know, usually probably smaller kids are skating an 8. So.
Oh, yeah.
What is it? A 14-inch wheelbase?
Yeah.
Yeah.
8.25s. You gonna step it up even more?
Nah.
No.
If anything, I'd probably go backwards.
Go back.
775 is like, it just flips different.
Yeah, it's good
but,
shape.
Yeah, I think just the comfort of like having that little extra helps. Like
778 next.
7.875. That's my shape, and it's good.
I used to ride 775.
Love it. It's a good size.
Come on, man.
I think everybody used to skate smaller boards.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then everybody's going 8, 825, 85,
It's like, oh, what's going on here, dude?
9, 10. Where does it stop?
Yeah, it's like a piece of plywood.
When you rode for Zoo York, were you riding the Zoo York, or what is it? Zoo or
Chapman Wood?
Chapman Wood.
Yeah.
Was it weird switching the Chapman Wood to what is Element?
PS6.
PS6.
and bareback maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have like 2. Yeah.
Was that a difficult thing to do, or?
No, I never really like thought too much about it. I don't really like to like get too involved with that because it's
Drive
making me
you nuts.
crazy, and
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like the more you think, it's just like worse off. Exactly. So it's just like fuck it. I'm just gonna try to skate this.
There you go.
Yeah. So you're not too picky. But switching the trucks up is a big deal.
That was an
Switching to
adjustment.
is a big deal.
Yeah, that was like the biggest adjustment. And I was like, originally it was like, someone had like a wheelbase of like 14 and a half, and I think I got the 8 with 14 and a half, and I was just like, this is crazy, you know? So it gave me like, I think another 8 that was like 14 and a quarter, and then I just measured what I was riding on the 775, and it was 14, and I just asked for that, and I was like, it felt the same, just a little wider.
Yeah. It's crazy how like a little quarter of an inch
I won't mess with
Oh,
You know what I mean?
it. I won't mess with it.
wheels, like a 1 millimeter is a huge difference.
Yeah.
Speaking of wheels, you skate Ricta?
Yep.
Okay. How long have you been on Ricta?
I don't know, like 5 years, maybe 6 years.
50.
51s.
51. Really?
Yeah. 51,
Imagine you're a
52.
53 guy.
No, because I ride low trucks, so it's kind of like once you start getting bigger wheels, you get wheeled by a
But
lot.
you ride low trucks?
Yeah.
Wouldn't you
I
ride
like
Ventures?
Venture
You
lows.
ride Venture lows?
I like to have like the
I know it's just like weird.
I like the quick snap, you know, like when you get higher off, it's like you have to put more effort into like popping down. So it's like I like the quickness. And skating different bumps, I've noticed like really tight, small bumps, it's easier to have like be lower and get a more consistent pop.
But that's crazy. You pop so high, and usually the higher trucks, you get more of a leverage.
That's what everybody says, but like whenever I do it, when I switched it to highs, I tried it out. And
Plus, the angle,
Well, Venture highs are actually really, really high. Like there's like Thunders, and they're like the highs are like medium trucks.
Yeah.
But damn, Venture lows.
yeah, I've been skating those forever, as long
You're
as
just
I
used to it. That's like your thing, yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool. What the 5.25s? Is that what it is? There's like the 5.0s and the 5.25.
Let me ask you a
Yeah,
question.
yeah,
Why-
I believe it's
How
that.
come the truck companies have different...
They all measure them differently.
Why?
They measure the housing of the truck, or they measure the axle of the truck.
I hate it. Not that I'm switching up trucks all the time, Brandon.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it's like, if I need trucks, and I go to the skate shop, if I don't have any at home, and then now I don't know what size I am.
Yeah, I always just tell them like I have a size 8. I need trucks for a size 8 lows, hollow, light. I
They
like the
always send you
light.
the right ones?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah? Okay. I just don't like, I hate the different measurements.
Yeah.
You know? It's not like they're measuring boards differently. You know what I'm saying?
Honestly, I didn't even know they measured the trucks differently. I've always just like rode Ventures, and
Oh yeah.
this is what
It's
I
like,
need.
oh, this guy's got the 149s, the 130s.
Yeah, I mean,
this
yeah.
company has the
Everyone has
120.
their
You're just like, dude,
The 5.25s, yeah.
let's fix this. You know what I'm saying?
Worldwide,
Let's get a worldwide measurement.
I agree. It is confusing.
Raj, do you? I mean, I don't know. It's too
Roger
much.
skates tensors. They have a certain size for tensors that you like.
525.
See,
See?
they're on the same adventure.
I mean, imagine getting a board and, well, what's the width? Oh, it's 268 centimeters. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know the thing.
In Europe, they're measuring.
Yeah, but you'd be like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
825, only 775. I don't know.
Good topic.
Goddamn metric system.
Wonderful.
What kind of
I
grip
just
tape
keep
you ride?
getting better.
Bro style.
Bro style.
Yeah, Leo.
Yeah, see,
Leo's
what do you like about that,
It's
right?
just a funny question. Like, what kind of grip do you ride?
Hey, I'm not trying to sell anything, but I was just curious. I don't know. Bro style, that's right.
What would you compare it to? Jessup or a Black Magic or Shake John or Grizzly?
Really only ever rode like Jessup, Mob.
Oh yeah, Mob.
Yeah. So maybe like Mob, because Jessup was like always really thin.
Little thing. Yeah.
So I would say Mob. I never rode Grizzly or anything like that.
I know it's a weird question, but I was just curious. Everyone has their own little things.
Oh, dude, it's so funny how picky you are about grip tape.
Oh, yeah.
Do you ride?
I feel like a lot of people used to like Jessup and then they like went to Mob.
They went to Mob.
Yeah, totally. But what happened with Jessup, though? Is that,
It's still around.
Phillips head or
I go Phillips just because I have like the impact driver, so it's like. Yeah, everyone's got their thing.
Allen key, man.
Yeah.
What if you're at a spot you need to switch your board up?
I always have a screwdriver in my truck. Allen keys, like, you know.
Oh, they're fine.
Yeah.
he has like a toolbox probably in your truck.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I think it's
Okay.
Pro.
So, piece video's done.
New Balance part is done.
New Balance parts done.
Lockdown.
Great video. Both. I mean, bro, you're an amazing skateboarder. I don't have to tell you that. You know.
Thanks.
Anything you're working on now? What are you doing now? Are we working on something else, or
Just baby out and survive.
we're 11
Number
weeks
two,
away?
everyone keeps telling me it's like way harder.
No, I think it's easier. I'm not a
How would you know?
father. I have a cat, but I always hear that.
Father.
I know I am a father, but I always hear that the second one is first one. You're always like, oh my gosh, oh my god, you're coddling it. You don't want it to, do.
Yeah.
And then the second one, you're just like, oh yeah, whatever, go do your thing.
Yeah, been through it. Yeah, I mean, that's what I was thinking, but everyone seems to say like the opposite. So
Really?
I don't know. I feel like a lot of that. So
You've already been through it once.
Yeah.
What's the big deal the second time?
I think like you get to a point like she's like gonna be like almost 3, so you kind of get to like she's like more self-sufficient, and then you're going back, and then
Yeah.
they have their needs because she's only like she's still young and small.
Sure.
Doesn't
Gonna get, like,
understand.
jealous.
Yeah, like
Oh
you
yeah,
know,
that's true.
I don't know, but
Huh.
yeah, and then just I don't know, skate in Boston, try to film some more there. I like it. There's tons of spots, and no one's like out there really skating.
I like that you're not at eggs every day.
Yeah, that's why everyone in Boston like ledge skaters.
That's tight though.
That is sick. They
That's
kill it.
sick.
They kill it. I just can never like. I can't just sit there and skate a ledge.
Yeah, but you skate different type of terrain though.
Yeah.
You skate shit no one else skates, to be honest. So
Thanks.
I don't really know how.
Dude, the street gap, the backside base spin flip.
Oh yeah, in Boston.
Dude, this whole sidewalk is disgusting.
Yeah. Yeah,
is
that,
it?
a lot of this, the East Coast. That's
Yeah.
you cannot like fully tell all the time, like in the footage, but it's always like it'll be the perfect spot, but there's like something always wrong. It's just skating everywhere.
And it's
you know?
weathered streets. and
Yeah, we
stuff.
fix shit up. Bondo, some concrete, whatever you need.
Did you ever ollie at Raj?
Is that like, what's your favorite city to skate?
Right now, Boston, because I live there. It was like that was working on this last like New Balance part. It was like the longest that I've been home. I think in like years, like 12, 13 years or something.
I liked that
And
the
it-
part was all Boston.
Yeah, I liked it too.
that.
Like the
Yeah, it was like the
those
aesthetic
vibes.
of it. It didn't go from this thing to then just skating a table in LA.
Yeah.
You know, it was kind of cool.
Yeah, it was nice. And then I could go in, like, kill myself, go home, sleep at home, and then, like, a couple days later versus, like, I've always just been on trips, so it's like, you got 10 days, you got 2 weeks, you know, it's like every day you're out there and, like, you're just dead 5 days into it. You're just, like, trying to, like, Advil it up and work through it, you know?
Right.
How did you find that one spot with the last trick you kickflipped?
The homie Tim, yeah, he's got everything dialed in from, like, almost like New York to like Vermont. Like,
feel like you
just
better-
he's got the like pins and all that shit.
I feel like you barely made that, bro.
I probably did, yeah.
You were an inch away from hanging out.
It was hard because like it didn't just like shoot up like a kicker, it like turned.
Turns,
Yeah, so like it was really hard to get a consistent pop, and then
Gotcha.
one time I did, I like grounded the edge and like suplexed the side of it. Yeah, just took it to like
When you landed?
yeah, like grounded the edge and then like stuck and just went flying on the like edge of the side of it.
How wide was that thing?
Like probably that wide.
You pushed that fast on there?
Yeah, it has like a long runway.
That's gnarly, dude.
How are you testing that out?
Do you ollie?
You're just flinging First try?
Because again, it was just like the pop was the hardest part.
Yeah.
The gap was like actually a good sized gap, and then like
It's gonna feel like a hip almost.
yeah, and then
But it's cornered though.
yeah, and it's you're just trying to. I tried to like kick, like almost kick back towards the dirt a lot, so then like I could kind of like try to land.
Yeah.
Center.
Right.
Yeah, and then actually someone pointed out, which I didn't really think of until after like the part came together, was like I was skating a lot of skinny things.
Oh, yeah?
So it just like grounded that bar off that skinny ledge, and then I like barrel heel flip and then back tail off that ledge was like so skinny you couldn't push on it.
It was tall too. The tall.
And it was like really quick after the grate, so a lot of time I almost died on that as well, like where I like wasn't set up for the ollie, but tried to get up on the ledge and clip the ledge.
Jeez.
And it was it felt like you were grinding the ledge before you were like trying to hit the up ledge. So
How was it? Jake Darwin shot a good photo of that kickflip.
yeah, he came out like a few times. He's such a fun guy to hang out with.
He's so
Great photographer.
He's so good at skating too.
That as well.
That's insane, dude. I love watching his Instagram clips, man.
Yeah, he's a character.
Yeah. He works for New Balance?
Yep.
Sick. Photographer?
Yep.
Trying to think, if you were to do another video part, what would it be? I mean, Transworld, they're not doing those anymore. What would you? They could. I'm not in the
Nine Club
shouldn't
part,
say that. Oh, you could do a 9 Club video? Brandon Westgate 9 Club.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, but I'm saying like
This last part just got me stoked on like skating Boston, like the homie Tim. Like I said, he's like always down spots. It's close to home, and I like being out there. There's no one like.
That's right, because you just basically showed those dudes in that area. You can go out and come apart there. Because I feel like most people never put any part.
It's crazy too, because like all of them like sit at eggs, but like Boston has so many granite ledges everywhere. It's there's a
cool to
lot of
have-
good ledges.
It's cool that you got a safe spot at eggs. You know?
I think they do kick you out sometimes.
Oh, do they?
It's right across the street. There's like a jail.
That's right.
And then there's like running trails. People get, like, oh, we're running here. And then they built the skate park right across from the water. It's like literally, you can see the skate park from eggs. So
Yeah.
they're like, we built you this fucking skate park. What are you doing here?
It's hard to explain to someone like, dude, we just want to skate there though.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. No.